Hi there guys, you caught me. I'm just joking, of course you didn't catch me. I want to talk about reading music, and I'm not talking about tabs here, I'm talking about reading scores. So I'm talking about proper music scores, not tabs. Because I get this question a lot from players, you know, should I be able to read music and will it make me a better guitar player? There's so many different variables within that. You don't necessarily have to know how to read music in order to be a better player, but I can talk to you about how it's impacted my playing and my kind of musicianship in general. I think it's one of the healthiest things that you can do in terms of musicianship. Mainly because a score contains so much information, and it means that you have to use your musical knowledge to you know, scan through a score and basically assimilate the information that's contained within the score pretty quickly. That happens over time. You know, the more you work on your knowledge of keys and key centers and everything else, the quicker you'll be able to do this just at sight. A lot of players seem to think as well that as a guitar player you have to be good at sight reading. No, you don't. You know, it's not really. Put it this way: in my career, I've only had to do it a handful of times. I used to do it quite a bit with classical guitar playing, but you know, in terms of electric guitar playing, unless you're in that kind of environment all the time, and usually it's charts, chord charts that you have to deal with, not necessarily sight reading. And even then, you know, it's probably something that you've seen before anyway. So I'm just going to give you a couple of suggestions, the kind of thing that I do. I'm just going to talk to you about what I generally do. I read scores a lot, and what I'll do is I'll do it in conjunction with a piece of music. So, you know, I'll put the music on and just look at the score. But what I'll do is literally, if I don't know the score, I will scan through that score just to see if anything is there, any information is there that can tell me exactly what's going on harmonically with the piece of music, so that I can immediately tell where all the key changes are just by the score. And that's a powerful tool to be able to have that kind of musical knowledge at your disposal anytime, because it's just healthy. It's generally just a healthy thing to be able to do that mentally without sitting down and analysing everything, you know, orally. You know, you're just looking at a score and everything that's contained within it, you can spot it. I remember when I first started doing this, when I was doing A-level music, and we did this class called repertoire class where we had to sit down and just analyse this, you know, sit and listen to music basically. And at first it was just like, how the hell am I going to keep up? You know, I've only just figured out the basics of reading music. But what it taught me was that I had to keep my ears and my eyes open in terms of the score. You know, so I started to spot things in the score that I could hear in the music, like the shape of a phrase, and then I started to spot accidentals in the score that basically gave away the information of where the key changes were, and so on, whether it was a major key or a minor key. The score, within the score, is so much information, and I think personally, I think it's invaluable to do that. Generally, my kind of background has been a classical background, so these are the kind of scores that I'm talking about. But you can do it with any kind of score. You know, you can take the point is, what I'm trying to say is that you know, you can, even if you don't know how to read music, you can sort of just use the information that's in the score and just pick out whatever makes sense to you. You know, you don't have to sit there and know all of the specifics in terms of music theory. That will come in time. Obviously, you have to work on that. But this is what I did, and I did it in conjunction with learning music theory, and it really helped me. because it enabled me to use my ear and, of course, my eyes by looking at the score and you know, connecting those together. So, and like I say, I do it all the time. Just to give you an example here, here's a piece. I'm a bit of a Bach fanboy, and this is an amazing piece of music. And I think it's phenomenal, just as an example, that, you know, this piece was written, you know, 260 odd years ago, but it's captured so well because of the fact that it's been contained within a piece of music, written down on a piece of paper. It's phenomenal. So this is the piece. Okay, I find that absolutely astounding. But what I'm trying to say here is that everything in terms of the music that he wrote down, it would not be possible to hear it now, 260 odd years later, without that. So that leads me to believe that, yeah, written music is essential. So you don't have to know your theory back to front. You can just start doing it straight away. Just pick up a score and see what you can spot in the score, you know, visually, and kind of take it from there. Anyway, that's just a few tips, and this is the kind of approach that I've had over the years in terms of reading music. So I hope it's helped, and I will catch up with you guys later. Take care.